In this video, I will explain what happens to your body when you stop exercising. So stick around until the end, it'll be interesting. Let's get this party started. Those who exercise consistently and on a regular basis can take a break from training on occasion. You won't have to start from scratch because of your muscle memory. If you exercise regularly over a long period of time, such as several times per week for a year, then even if you stop doing it, you will not regress to the previous level. Staying fit is easier if you expose yourself to at least mild daily stress and do not avoid it. Completely immobile, as is the case with many diseases and injuries, muscle memory is an amazing thing. Muscles maintain their level of adaptation to stress factors that arise as a result, after which they will rest for another 2 to 3 weeks. Even so, muscle mass is lost during this period. The percentage of fast muscle fibers decreased by 6.4% after 14 days of rest. As a result of a brief refusal to engage in strength training, the strength and size when training is resumed. Muscle fibers that have shrunk can expand, while those that have grown can contract. Everything will be determined by your level of training and the length of your break, if it is longer than 3 weeks. The type of load, like sprinters, weightlifters, and other strength athletes' cross-sectional area, and thus their performance. The volume of muscle fibers decreases noticeably during a monthly break. The same thing happens to the muscles of beginners who have just started training. Any sport, even endurance training. Those who have participated in aerobic sports for a long time maintain muscle volume during this period of repose. The American College of Sports Medicine, for example, studied professional swimmers. They were able to maintain their muscle strength for a month after they stopped exercising. However, the missed workouts were not overlooked. Another aspect that suffered was the ability to generate stroke power, which is required for proper swimming technique, and the outcome of the competition is dependent on it. Could a training break be advantageous? Even long-term trainees can benefit from a brief break in training. When the muscles have already adapted to the load and when they have adapted to stress has increased, making it difficult to see progress. After 1 to 2 weeks off, you can return to training with renewed vigor, possibly by altering your workout routine. The truth is that hormonal changes occur during training breaks, causing fatigue, can stimulate anabolic biological structure growth and development, as well as the muscles. During rest, there is no visible increase in muscle volume, but the changes are noticeable. The effects will be fully realized if you return to training after 1 to 2 weeks. What happens to the muscles while you're sleeping? The answer was discovered by the doctors at the Medical Research Center. To evaluate muscle protein synthesis, mass and strength, they conducted an experiment. To simulate the stress, a group of healthy men was put on 28-day bed rest. Special preparations were given to the subjects in order to mimic the hormone's plasma concentration. The control group volunteers were in a hospital and were not subjected to stressful conditions. As a result, physical inactivity occurs, along with a hormonal stress response to injury or illness, which resulted in muscle mass, leg extension strength, and protein loss in the muscles. In comparison to the group who were only in the hospital bed to rest, their loss was significant. Their leg extension strength was 28.4% greater, but their leg muscle mass was 3% lower. The obvious conclusion from this experiment is that taking 4 weeks off is not as risky, due to a combination of total inactivity and disease-induced stress. To summarize, people who consistently attend training should not be concerned about a brief period of inactivity. 1 to 2 weeks is insufficient to cause noticeable muscle mass loss when compared to a longer period. Don't forget to check out the other videos on this channel. Links are displayed on the end screen. Please subscribe and turn on the notifications bell.